Hey Kim, this is Yasha, aka F9 here with your reading. You wanted to do a reading in regards to you and a past lover. As discussed, you feel like the relationship isn't going anywhere, so I want to just do a reading on the 3 questions that you asked. It will be super brief. Thanks so much for your donation. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for your support. And I pray that this reading resonates with you. All right, so I'm going to pull, let's see, about 6 to 9 cards, and try to go along the guidelines of every question that you, the 3 questions that you asked within the email. Okay, so let's see. The first question you asked is, where is this relationship going with you and your significant other, or this woman that you are detaching from? Okay, where is this relationship going? Oh, wow, okay. All right, the cards just came right out. Okay, so first card that we got, where is this relationship going? The first card that we got was Treasure Island in reverse. Usually when you get Treasure Island in reverse, it kind of means that you kind of feel like stagnant. Maybe your ship hasn't come in. I'm seeing 3 of Wands energy, like maybe you've been waiting on like an abundance of love, an abundance of money to come through when it comes to this person, or just abundance of greatness. Treasure Island represents the turtle coming in slowly in water energy, in water with love, hope, as we have mad stars, hearts, love, and coins, which is pretty much just like money, treasure island, treasure gold. But it's in reverse. So when it's in reverse, I'm getting the feeling like maybe something with that relationship is stagnant. And unfortunately, once it's upside down, it could be that maybe you aren't seeing the fortune or the abundance in this relationship. You could be dealing with a water sign. I'm not sure I remember the sign that you gave me, but I'm seeing water, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy, and air energy with Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So you could be dealing with that. Or there could be someone that's those signs that kind of like pretty much stopping in this marrying communication, money, abundance, all of those type of energies that are coming in. Treasure Island is represented by the number 9. 9 is a divine number. Usually when we have divine 9, this represents almost a completion to a cycle. So with that being said, 9 is pretty much like kind of starting to learn the lessons when it comes to a relationship. And I'm starting to feel like a lot of heavy energies also while I hold up this Treasure Island in reverse. So maybe a lot of burdens. I'm hearing a lot of overthinking, a lot of confusion in the mind, also a lot of overthinking, again, is what I'm feeling. Could be from your end or her end as well, but it definitely represents stagnancy, feeling like you aren't getting, like you said, like what you deserve. It feels like you aren't getting your abundance or your ship of love, attention. Your hope is kind of not there. It's kind of like a standstill, and you're trying to figure out a way on how to get the ships moving again, how to get this turtle moving again. It's kind of like just stagnancy. So I'm feeling like maybe the relationship has been halted, of course. Then we have, second card we have for that question as where this relationship is going, is we have 8 of coins in reverse. Coins represent earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus energy. Usually when the 8 of coins is upright, that means that someone is passionately working hard on something that they care about. They're willing to be patient, to work slowly and thoroughly with what it is that they want in life. And when it's upside down, it's kind of like that focus has been taken away. Maybe someone doesn't feel like they're getting the respect they deserve. Maybe someone feel like they're being overlooked, I'm hearing. Maybe someone feel like they are being taken advantage when it comes to terms of working, whether it's working, actually working, putting in action. This is definitely an action, and it definitely represents, coins represent earthly energies. So of course, like materialistic things, like I guess in the case of your relationship, Maybe this person, if they're an earth sign, they aren't working, or they weren't working as hard as they should or they can, or maybe they just lost all types of motivation to work hard towards something that they were once passionate about. But that definitely symbolizes the Eight of Coins in reverse. Maybe this person has been trying to like rush, I'm hearing. You know, when the Eight of Coins is upright, that kind of means like this person is kind of like in hiding mode, working on what they need to do. This could also mean that maybe someone isn't even focused. Maybe someone isn't, I'm hearing, into the relationship as much as they want to be because they aren't where they want to be financially. Maybe someone feels like they have to focus financially on themselves in order to be stable. This person's kind of unstable. This person isn't grounded as much as they'd like to be. This could be your energy. This could be her energy. Take it for what that's worth. So when I feel like where this relationship is going, I'm definitely saying like there's a break needed because, as I said, we have Treasure Island in reverse, and then we have the Eight of Coins in reverse. This both, to me, represents money and fortune, abundance in whatever way you'd like to have it, a passion that perhaps, and emotions that are pretty much stuck. There's no action moving forward. No one's working passionately and patiently towards something. So unfortunately, I do see that something is stuck with that. I will pull another card for this. Yeah. We have Strength card in reverse. When it comes to this relationship, Strength card usually represents Leo energy. Strength in reverse usually means, of course, there's a weak moment. Someone isn't as strong as the other. There's an imbalance between two. I'm hearing there's no passion at all. Maybe there's a little frustration. We have Strength card upright. She's kind of like holding on to her heart as it glows near her sacral chakra. So this could represent our sacral chakras as well. So maybe there's an imbalance in your sacral chakra. Maybe, I'm hearing maybe someone had a weak moment when it came to sex partners or having sex with someone just because their sacral chakra is involved. But there's definitely the Strength card represents moon and sun. Someone could be a Leo moon, a Leo sun. If so, I suggest, I'm hearing, look at your natal chart and figure out who that represents to get that energy. And we also have this dragon energy down here that usually represents being feisty, being calm, but able to come through with the fire and the flame when need be. But with this in reverse, this person can actually be imbalanced to the point where maybe a lot of sharp words could be spitting out. Maybe they're using their dragon energy wrongfully. Just the overall imbalance and weakness that's here. And Spirit wants you to know that there has to be a focus on your sacral chakra. Someone needs to be focused on getting stable, finding out what it is that they love to do in life so that they can feel more comfortable in their own skin and feel like they're being worthy of whatever they're doing in their life. And also someone has to get out of the thought of lack. Someone also could be in lack here. So maybe someone is thinking like they don't deserve this relationship, or maybe they're thinking like this relationship will never come. But as far as the future of the relationship, where it's going, it's definitely a weak link. I'm saying when it comes to relationship, because there isn't enough faith for it to continue at this moment. That doesn't mean to say that it's never going to come back or the feeling is going to come back. There's just a lot of aligning that has to be done within yourselves, like your chakras, aligning your chakras in order for you both to become whole enough to come back together if that's the case. All right. So now I'm going to pull a card for how she feels about you. Okay, and how does Kim's past lover feel about her? How does Kim's lover feel? How does Kim's lover feel? Thank you. All right, Kim. So from the looks of the cards here, how your lover, past lover feels about you. My nose is also itching, so do expect this person to contact you back soon. They could also be talking about you to friends, I'm hearing, to family members for advice. She could potentially feel like you aren't helping her or that you don't need help from her. We have a leg up in reverse, which usually symbolizes someone who thinks they are too prideful to get help, and they usually need to focus on being able to receive their blessings, being receptive and open, kind of being, looking at my rose quartz being in our feminine energy. Our rose quartz represents feminine energy, self-love, unconditional love, romance. But with a leg up in reverse, this is usually like a feminine energy, a motherly energy. She could feel like you aren't the type that needs help, or maybe she feels like you aren't helping her, or you're just kind of like a little bit prideful in the sense I'm getting. And we have earth energy in here again, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and we also have a little air energy, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. A leg up is represented by the number 34. 34 to me symbolizes we have 3 vibrations of 3, which represents co-creation, manifestation, overall God number. Everything happens in 3s. And then we have 4, which represents stability, foundation, networking, just pretty much overall like 4 corners of like just foundation. Like I see square when I see 4 points. So maybe there was a point in time where she did want to build with you, or you wanted to build with her, but she's, as far as how she feels about you, she's feeling like you don't want to be helped, or she can't help you, or maybe she's not where she wants to be to help you. Maybe there's a mother involved in this situation. That could be one of the signs that's holding back someone from being helped out. But definitely there's someone here who blocks their blessings towards being helped because maybe they feel like they don't need it, or they're too good for it. Whatever the case may be, since this is how she feels about you, she could look at you as though you do not need help. Maybe you're independent, maybe you appear independent, or maybe you just don't want any help from her at all, because you did say that you were feeling a little bit detached. So maybe that's how she feels about you. But then I'm getting the sense because we have King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse is usually air energy again, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy. King of Swords literally cannot control his mouth. He's manipulative with his words. Communication may kind of say certain things, but still kind of have twists and turns and what this person means when they say certain things. So maybe she feels like you're this King of Swords energy. I do not remember if you are air sign or not. If you are, this could represent your energy, definitely for sure. She looks at you as the King of Swords in reverse, like there's no clarity. There could be frustration. There could be a lot of sharp tongue words, a lot of just no boundary words of communication. My hands are itching. It could be, once again, about money being done. Maybe you speak to her a certain way that she doesn't like, but she looks at you in this King of Swords energy for sure. And my hand is itching again, so this can have everything to do with money and stability. Maybe you helped her out in the past, or maybe you're throwing it in her face. I'm not sure what the energy is, but with leg up in reverse and this King of Swords energy, it's kind of like someone that's just putting their hand up like, nah, I don't need your help. Nah, I'm too good for you. Nah, 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 nah. Like, this person is kind of just like in a, not irate, but this person is irrational to the fact that something could be worked out, I'm hearing. This person is very wise though. Usually, mostly this is a predominantly male energy, a patriarchal energy. So it's crazy because we have this motherly energy in reverse, which is pretty much like your feminine energy being cut off. So maybe she doesn't look at you as a feminine. Maybe she looks at you more of a masculine energy, and she sees you as cutthroat, right? But she does see a soulmate connection here because we have 2 of Cups, ultimate soulmate card. She looks at you as somebody who she could potentially build a life with. She sees hope, she sees love, she sees emotions built over 2 of Cups, all right? Cups represent water energy again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Definitely in her feels for you. Definitely feel like you're the one, because next we have another Leo card, which is the Sun card. So she sees you as the light, something that has potential to grow, to have victory, to have success with. But with the way that the cards came out, it's like there's a blockage here. It's like she sees you as this subconsciously, perhaps, as the soulmate cards, the Two of Cups and the Sun card. This possibility, there's a little hope here, because we also have a star right here. But right now, it's kind of like the energy that you have towards her, if this is your energy, is that you don't need help, and you're kind of just like standoffish with this King of Swords energy in reverse. What is the advice? Okay, thank you. Okay, we have Don't Back Down by Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. So even if you have this King of Swords energy, you have every right to feel the way that you feel. You have every right to maybe not be as harsh, maybe find a way to stand in your truth, stand in your word. Like if you feel a certain way about how she's treating you, if you feel like the energy isn't right, if you feel like someone's talking behind your back, I don't know where that came from, or like someone's being annoying, or someone's using you, you have every right to address that. You have every right to don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. You are not a doormat. You could give as much love as you can. Maybe in her eyes, she felt like you didn't help her to the capacity that you thought you did help her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this person was receiving help from you, but she's ungrateful. And you told her like, yo, I did everything I felt like I could do, and you're still ungrateful as fuck. And you came in the way that she saw it. The way that you came to her in your head was like civil, but in her head, she's like maybe a little extra, a little dramatic, and she sees you as a King of Swords in reverse. But Spirit wants you to know that the way that you feel is completely right. Like, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, which is what you've been doing, I'm hearing. You're definitely in your communication. You feel as though your communication is correct. Like, you've been practicing flexing your throat chakras and letting everything be said that has to be said when it needs to be said. Then you're absolutely right. Bridget is a fierce warrior. She has boundaries. She knows when to say no. And once again, we have her holding what it looks like a little light, a heart, with her sacral chakra. This could be something sexual between y'all. Maybe this relationship I'm hearing started off sexual because there's a lot of passion, but there's passion here and you feel very passionate about something certain. I'm hearing that you should definitely try to work on your sacral chakra, Kim, as much as possible. That's another advice that's coming through, but don't back down. I'm going to read you Bridget from my Goddess Oracle deck. Bridget's message: stand up for what you believe is right. First, be quite clear about your intentions. If you're unclear, then confusion will lessen your power and force. Like a candle in the dark, be very clear and bright in what is acceptable to you in this situation. Make no mistake, I will guide and protect you, and yet think of the unparalleled rise in your own viewpoint if you are to stand up for yourself and speak up about your needs and your deepest truth. Now is the time to touch your power, for its heat and flame will ignite your passion, which will propel you forward in countless ways. Even in the face of fear, you can still stand up for your ideals and your truth. Be unwavering and make your stand today. So additional meanings of this card is: be assertive. Don't worry about what others think about you. Trust that your actions will work out fine. Speak your truth and stick to your opinions. Put your foot down. So I truly feel like you are on the right path when it comes to this relationship, Kim. Like I said, like as far as where it's going, it's definitely at a standstill. There's a lot of weak points in your relationship that needs to be worked on. More specifically, your sacral chakras need to both be worked on in this relationship because it's definitely weakened. Y'all need to figure out where your passions lie, what y'all want out of life in order to come back together. But as far as right now, there is love being viewed here. She does see you as the Sun card, someone that is full of life, full of growth, victory, and success. And she does see a potential relationship with you because of the soulmate card, or she is aware that y'all are soulmates. However, like I said, maybe you've helped her as much as you can, and you felt like you felt unappreciative, but she sees it and maybe you haven't done enough. So there's the communication is there's a line within y'all communication, but you have to find a way. Maybe don't be too sharp to her. Find a way to get on her level and let her know about herself without being this King of Swords in reverse. Try to be this King of Swords upright. King of Swords upright. Even though he knows that there's bullshit, he plays chess. He plays the game. You know what I'm saying? He not manipulates, but he tries to use his words in a way where everyone can understand. Like, he can cut through the bullshit with his sword, get straight to the point with his words without being irrational or frustrated. So just find a way to be balanced and if you feel like you can't be balanced right now to speak to her because you might feel a little weak with that, then it's okay. Like, don't talk to her, but don't back down from yourself. Like, if you feel like something isn't right, you are correct. Okay, and the best thing I think to do in this situation is to just kind of just like let things to just get rid of it for now, and if it comes back, it's yours. It's very unfortunate, but you can't have people draining your energy, and that's the only way to get your energy back. I'm seeing that you should carry around rose quartz so you can get out of this King of Swords in reverse energy. Carry rose quartz in order to be more in your forgiving, unconditional, loving mindset. Also, it will help you gain your energy back with self-love and self-care. Okay, so that's all that I have time for tonight, Kim. I pray that this sits well with you. If you have any more questions, please shoot me an email. If you want to do another reading to look deeper into it, let me know. And once again, thank you so much for your support. And until next time, bye.